Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna.
Where is it?
I was going to say I'm Paula, but I thought I'd better not.
That would be funny. I'm Paula, and today we have UK artist Lizzy Beth with us. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Hello, everyone.
Good
to have you, Lizzy.
Yes, definitely. And for your first ever interview, so
yes.
Hopefully we can make it very painless for you.
I hope.
She's like, I'm never going to do another interview again.
Yeah.
They scarred me for life,
Terrible. Okay, so the first question, this is the hardest question you're ever going to be asked.
Okay.
Who is Lizzy Beth?
Oh, okay. So Lizzy Beth, it feels weird to talk about in the third person. So I'm a country artist, singer-songwriter from Fareham on the south coast of the UK. I'm smiling because I'm not a prolific songwriter, but I do love to write songs. By day, I am a hypnotherapist and a counsellor and a mother of 3. And yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. That is
it's like 5 jobs there, kids.
Lots of different hats.
Yes.
You must just bounce from hat to hat to hat to hat. It must be mad.
Yes.
So, I was just gonna ask, what was your earliest memory of music, and like when did that spark that you're like, I have to do music? Obviously, a lot of people have day jobs when they do music to start or until they can do it full time or whatever. But what was your drive, your earliest memory that like, I need to do music now?
I think my earliest memory is very, very much 2 different questions for me. So my earliest memories of music would be probably Christmas #1, where we would sit around and listen to see what the Christmas #1 was on the radio. I'm not going to tell you which one because it'll date me.
You can
so that's probably my earliest memory of music. As for what got me into music and why I do this, that's a very different story because I've come to music much later in my life. I've had a career and a family before starting my musical journey. So for me, music was all about healing. It was part of my healing journey, and bringing myself back to me after losing my job and the career that I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life doing.
Wow, that is deep. Music is amazing in that way, isn't it? It really does have a healing power for anybody, no matter what sort of music you like. There's a healing power in there for you. So
absolutely,
that is amazing. Definitely amazing. So tell us. Sorry, I only lost my word. My words there. Tell us about your recent single, 18. The most recent song that you had written. Sorry, get my words right. 18 circles. Bleh.
18 Circles was really inspired by something I'd seen on Facebook, actually, about how we only get 18 summers with our children, with them being children, and how we should make the most out of those 18 summers. So it got me thinking about how quick 18 years can go, and how much time and energy we pour into their childhood. So I've got 3 bonkers children, and it was as my eldest approached 18 really that got me starting to think about this and how quickly those years had gone.
They do fly by. They do fly by. People always said that to me, the older you get, the quicker time goes. And I was like, nah, but it does. The years just seem to just disappear so quickly. It's like, where did that year go? You know?
I think the best explanation I ever heard of that was how, as you get older, the year becomes a smaller percentage of your life. So that's why it goes quicker.
That's really scary, actually. It's actually kind of depressing as well.
Sorry.
That's why as adults we never feel like we get anything done.
Yeah.
Like we always feel like I'm still. Was I getting that done yesterday? Where did yesterday go? Like, yeah, I get it now.
October already. I've said that probably 6 times today. How is it October already? I don't understand.
I don't know. Before we know it, it'll be Christmas, and then you'll be back into summer again. It'll be like, what the hell happened? That's another year just, vanished.
Yeah. I do love Christmas though, so I'm not going to.
It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy.
Well, since I know you don't want to date yourself, still tell us some of your heroes or your sheroes in music that you've loved and have influenced you.
Oh, my hero. So I think when I was younger, my biggest hero was probably Karen Carpenter. I was a massive Carpenters fan. And before it was cool to be a Carpenters fan. And then the artists that really got me into country, I guess, were probably Shania Twain, Faith Hill. I love a good bit of 90s country. Definitely a 90s country fan.
90s country is the best, I think. I mean, country now is really good as well, but yeah, I came into country around the 90s as well, so it was just awesome.
We had so many women then. It was like 35% played on the radio. So like almost 50% women. Like it was probably the highest it's ever been.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Good music there.
Definitely. I have to say, being British, how did you get into country music? Because obviously country's not huge. It's a lot bigger now than it was definitely when I was a kid. Being into country when I was a kid was like
well, I think a lot of that credit has to go to a good friend of mine called Hannah Roper, who was known then as Lily Garland, and she inspired me to get into country music.
awesome.
I watched her record and write and sing her own original music, and do sort of the country festivals in the UK. Yeah, and then she wears so many hats, and she started a country music festival over here, and then kind of my passion for country just kind of grew from there, really.
That is good. Well, we're glad she did.
Yes,
me too.
Definitely.
So as a writer, tell us, where do you find some inspiration? Especially when you're like, I'm not sure about, you might have a little line or something and you're like, yeah, you just put it to the side, whatever. And well, like, where do you find the inspiration to either finish that song or just to come up with a new idea?
I think mostly from my life experiences. So the songs that I've got, if you go and listen to what I've written, it'll all be from experience. And I like coming up with things that people wouldn't necessarily think to write about, and writing those songs.
That's awesome. That's what we need. We need someone who writes something different. That's what we need.
So so my second song, if I could, was actually inspired by a book. Author. I actually got it
here. Shameless plug here. Here we go. I love this.
Yeah. So it was called Green Pigs and Me, and you can see that.
Yep.
And Anna's just got a new book out as well.
Okay, cool.
I'm just in the process of reading.
Awesome.
But that was what inspired, if I could.
We have to read the book now, see what the inspiration is behind that song.
Yeah, it's a series of letters to a younger self, and it got me thinking about what I would write if I could.
You still can. You can just pretend you're talking to your younger self. There you go. Yeah. That'll be very cool.
Great inspiration.
Definitely.
Well, it has been a pleasure having you on today, and you are most welcome back anytime.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it.
That's good.
Absolutely. And we'll make sure that we have links. Good. And we'll make sure that we have links so that way people can follow you and find your music. And we'll see you here in just a little bit for the 20 crazy questions.
Brilliant. I'm ready. Bring it on.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.